inputs on.
Let's see what's on Amazon.
YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah. No Roku tonight, sorry.
All right, so we're good to go.
We're waiting for 1 now?
Now with quorum, so we're good. Yeah.
So,
All right. So
we're
we'll
good to go.
All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Zoning and Adjustment Board, City of Ocean Springs, Tuesday, September 12th, 2023. First item on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the August 8th meeting. Has everyone had a minute to look at those and make a motion?
I can make a motion to approve as submitted.
All right, we have a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor? Minutes are approved. Next item on the agenda, and that was Shannon. Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. And next item on the agenda is old business. We have none, so we'll move on to new business. The first item is KC Consultants, LLC, 1278 Ocean Springs Road, parcel ID number 601221050.000, requesting a 25% side setback variance for an addition to an existing building. And Wade, if you'll introduce the request for us.
Okay. This, like I said, this is the diabetes clinic on Ocean Springs Road at 1278. As you can see from the map.
As soon as it comes up, there we go.
Okay, yeah. I'll give it a second. Give it a scroll down. There you go. Perfect. There we go. Thank you. Okay. You can see that it's property zone CH, highway commercial, and of course I failed to put the air photo of the property in there. If you're familiar with it, the building is approximately in the center of the property with a parking lot would be on the west side of it, or on that left side of the screen. And the proposal of the variance, they are wanting to expand the building basically eastward. Or you can go down to there you go. That shows you the hatched area is the existing building. The open area is the proposed expansion of the clinic. And the proposal is for a 25% maximum variance there on that eastern side of the building to encroach. We could allow it to be up to a 15-inch, basically a 15-inch encroachment in there would result in a 3.75-foot building setback from that east property line. I would point out that the property to the east is undeveloped. As you can see, it's kind of a oddly configured parcels in there, and the likelihood of something being developed on that triangular area there is realistically pretty limited. What happened there. So that, I think that concludes what I had to say about this. The applicant is here. Probably want to talk in more detail about his plans, or I can answer some questions you might have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Wade. Any questions for Wade at this time?
Yeah, what is to the property to the east is what?
It's vacant right now.
It's currently vacant.
Currently vacant, correct. Just to the exactly that's to the further to the east, but the new Dollar General store is in that vicinity too. But it's not on the property to the east. That property to the east is undeveloped.
All right, so Wade, first, I guess question I have before we bring anybody up is, so on this little, shaped piece that's beside it, and I guess, behind it is the same parcel.
Correct.
It's got, some funny kind of zoning line you can see on that.
Right.
And so I guess that's CMX1 is
Uh,
technically also beside it. Is that any?
Is that the gray? What is
The gray-
No, the gray is RM2.
Okay.
Yeah,
On to the,
and that
light cream is
Yeah.
CMX1.
yeah. And so does that throw a curveball at us in any of this side yard setback or anything because it's got double zoning on
Up since that, the the entire surroundings, well, the zoning on the, three immediate sides being CH, that's what is applicable. The CMX1 for the south, dual zoning really doesn't enter into this variance. If we're talking about another property, maybe a different situation, but, we're just talking about the CH zone part, so, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Where's the parking? I couldn't find it identified.
Okay, can you go to the next slide that has the,
Just it's right here.
yes, to the,
Oh, that's a-
and that, yes, thank you, that area right there.
And behind it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Any other questions for Wade before we bring the applicant up? All right. Anyone like to speak for this request? All right. Please come up to the microphone, state your name and address over. Oh, well, you got a board over there. Yeah, we got a microphone over here. And is that microphone?
Yeah, my name is Peter Russell. I'm with Bay Homes, 1803 Court, Gulfport, Mississippi. This is the existing building and the entrance. I'm going to call it's on the south side when you approach it coming from Bidville or what have you. Kind of a weird angled road, so would we call that the south side of the building more or less? Yeah. And the parking's on the east side, and we kind of wanted to maintain the integrity of what currently exists there and keep it appealing. So the addition to the building is going to look exactly the same on the front with the dormers up top, brick and stucco trimmed out. If you don't and haven't seen it, that's what the veneer is on the outside. Then we have stone here with these columns, and this is actually the entrance. The big thing that we were actually requested 3 feet, I believe, on our application. Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and you called and said there probably can't do that. But anyway, with that being said, we don't think that a lot is going to happen with the adjacent property to the north, let's call it, that little diamond piece, and probably wouldn't really disrupt much of anything that would go on there because it's not likely much will ever go on there. And we wanted to keep the building so that it appears to be all nice, and we needed extra parking, so we're going to put that on the what would be the south side. We have parking and then a big 24-foot strip there where we can add more parking, which we need the increased parking. And we really wanted to acquire or set the setback to be reduced to 2 feet instead of 5, which is less than what is on the application printing that you all have in front of you. We would rather have that if at all possible, just to give us a little flexibility there, but we'll accept whatever we are granted. And that's why we really needed to move the building that direction just to keep it aesthetically appealing and not really change. The building's been there for 13 years. We just didn't want to make it look like some rendition that had been done after the fact. So it's going to look like the building's been there all along. We didn't even move the back portion of the building is set the depth of the other portion that's there to the south, that stub out that you see on the back of the building. We're going to be at that same line, so even from the back, it's all going to appear to be as if it had been there for originally that way. So that was one of the big reasons why we wanted to cheat a load. That Casey can probably speak more along the lines of why we needed the space, and a lot has to do with the concept design of the the educational center that it is, and that's what it's for. It's for to make people more aware about diabetes and how they can improve and prevent themselves from having some of the issues that are created by having that disease. So she can more or less address that. But that's why we need that size, because there's a company that has actually designed so that this all works, and that space is required to pull it off. So we're really trying to squeeze a lot in there, but a lot of good can come of it if we're able to do it the way that it's been situated. So Casey can speak to more about that with you all, because that's her business.
Okay. Any questions before
No.
he has a
I just
seat?
wanted to go back, you're saying you would like 2 feet?
No, 3 feet.
3
which
feet?
is what the application request was.
I thought we
Does
were
it
at-
not say 3 feet?
1.25.
So 3 feet we cannot give.
Right.
We can only give 25%, so we can only go to 1.25 feet. That's the maximum
The
this
zoning
board
board
can
can only-
give.
Approve up to 25.
Yeah. So that's the maximum we can give is 1.25.
That's what's the max that's allowed
Yeah.
through the UDC.
Mhm.
That's all we can deal with.
So, can I
Yeah.
have a question?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So the building, the footprint couldn't be shortened a foot, just to get within just make everything square, I guess is what, only talking about a foot at this point, so.
Yeah.
So I'm Casey Reynolds. My address is 5609 Shalom Place. I've owned the building. I've been in Ocean Springs as a nurse practitioner on clinic for 18 years, come November 1st. The building was designed as clinic-based, and we are becoming the first in Ocean Springs to be a diabetes education facility that is recognized. Our paperwork is pending at the national level. So I wanted to bring to this area especially to Ocean Springs, a clinic that can have a certified education program. And then there's new treatments for type 1 diabetes that we need, because now there's infusions you can give that delay the onset of type 1 diabetes up to 2 to 3 years. So it's a combined area of an education center and an infusion center in one. And because I have to meet healthcare, wheelchair, handicapped, the classroom needs to be at least a certain width. It's a 20 by 40 foot total, right? Yeah, they're about. So that's the size we have to work with. And so trying to keep them the aesthetics of the building and the vision that I have of improving the care for the community, since diabetes is such a huge issue in Mississippi. I want to make a difference, and I've been missing this part of my practice for a long time. When I opened up my clinic after Hurricane Katrina, I was a diabetes education facility, but couldn't keep that going on my own. And now I'm to the point where my practice, we're 3 nurse practitioners. I employ a total of 10. We have the capability and the staff to do that now. So I'm excited to move on, but I needed the space. So the space, I can get a few inches here and there, but the size of the classroom and having handicap accessible restroom and a 4 to 5 foot width for wheelchair access is why it's the width it has to be. And we even turned the conference room the other way so that we could meet those needs.
And Mike, I'll kind of, I guess add on to kind of what you said. If you needed 3 feet and we said, hey, we could, the maximum we could approve is 1.25 feet, does that hinder? Does that make you say, well, now it's not going to work, we got to go redo the inside, or is that?
We have to go back now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess at that point, do we?
Yeah, it's kind of
I kind of get what you're saying. Is hey,
if it'll.
does this even
1 foot
fit?
shorter.
Yeah. If we approve this, does that work? And if it does, could we even go one more foot? 1.25 more feet. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how it adds up with the wheelchair access for how many lanes and so forth and so on, but like, if you had to redesign it anyway, I mean, maybe there's another foot somewhere. I think we're only talking about a foot, so I mean, if
15 inches. Yeah.
What's the square footage of the building?
2,000 square.
The addition. Yeah, the The addition is 2,000.
Yeah.
The addition is
existing
2,000,
building
and the existing building is
29.
2,900. Yeah, 20, yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay.
My other reason, I guess the other points even mentioned in the findings from the planning, is it, are there any geographical issues or topographical issues with the property, or size of the parcel seems about right?
Mhm.
I'm just thinking of those kind of.
Yeah, we supported the split of that lot that's in between us and the Dollar General. Recently, I came and supported that
Mhm.
because they needed that area.
Is that to the west of your building?
I would call it north, yeah.
Northeast. So that little weird triangle-shaped piece that's fronting Ocean Springs Road, so that's Broomfield Properties. Just to the right of that is Broomfield Properties, and then just to the right of that is the Dollar
Oh,
General.
Dollar General is past.
Correct.
the-
Correct.
Correct.
oh, it's
Right.
before.
Almost on that.
Yes. Yes.
So that triangle lot was created because of Dollar General?
No,
Am
the
I-
triangle's always been there.
Yeah.
It was a very
That-
unusual build after I bought the whole property and then deeded back the part that I didn't build on. So as it stands on the lot, that's what I have left. And I bought the whole property and then deeded it back to the landowner originally.
That triangle piece?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So not the triangle piece, but
It's unusual.
yeah,
It's very unusual.
the other one.
That's because it had to maintain frontage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which, that's what I feel, we can't cut off the next lot because they're gonna need to get through to the back of that lot, right?
And that's the whole purpose of keeping this one, when you did that, was so that there would be,
And I did contact the owner of that land and see if I could purchase just that
I was
part,
gonna ask
and he
this
would
one.
not.
Yeah.
He asked me
Yeah,
to
'cause
buy the whole 6 acres, which is actually a T intersection,
Mhm.
plus the back behind my lot and behind Dollar General, which I don't need that much land.
yeah, it goes all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need a foot. So I did try, and I did try to buy what the south of me is for sale too, but that was not, that's 2 acres below me that's for sale, just not at these times for cost. And I wanted to keep the aesthetics of the building, so that's why I tried both options, actually.
Any other questions?
Yeah, just a comment really. So, yeah, that's an odd shaped lot to your east.
I know.
It's more of a trapezoid or something, you know? Yeah, with a narrow frontage. Is that gonna hinder somebody
No.
using
So
that lot or no?
no.
You
So
don't think-
it's got its required minimum frontage, and it will be something that builds in the rear, and then just has a drive up there.
Yeah.
Will be what would happen with that lot.
Okay.
All right, any other questions? No. All right, if something else comes up, we'll ask you to come back up.
Okay, thank you.
All right? All right. Guessing nobody else to speak for, nobody to speak against, further discussion?
I think we can only do what we can do.
Yeah. Agreed. So. All right, there's
Make
no,
a motion if there's no discussion.
yeah. Or would anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Okay.
I'd make a motion to recommend approval of the variance of 25% to the minimum side yard setback requirement on the east side of the building at 1278 Ocean Springs Road due to exceptional narrowness on that side of the property.
All right, we have a motion to approve by Shannon. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion, Shannon, second, Mike. Was you right? Yeah, okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All All right, motion passes. So this will be on consent agenda.
Next Tuesday.
Next
at the
Tuesday.
board meeting, correct.
All right. Next item on the agenda, audience request. And yes. You're welcome. Audience request, and you're here for the next meeting. So no more audience. Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So Dawn was,
That's fine.
yeah. Motion.
What else?
I guess that's it.
Whatever happened to, the meeting's over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may still.
Are we still live?
We may
I
still.
sent her the message.